Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Hopefully you're in a part of the world where the air is not choked with smoke from wildfires. And hey, if you could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. It only takes a second, and if you don't like to keep getting my videos, well, hey, it only takes a second to unsubscribe. But having done so, it really helps out, and it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much. Because I live on the west coast of the United States, and that part of the North American continent is on fire. South America is on fire. Africa is on fire. And when I say, things like South America is on fire, I don't just mean small parts. If you take a look at a map of wildfires going on, South America is on fire. Africa, not just little bits and pieces and like, oh, wildfire. This Africa is on fire. Literally, our world is burning up right now. We've only had a 1 Celsius degree change, and even if we stopped pumping all this greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, right now there's still so much happening, so much in the air already. It's going to keep going up for a long time before it peaks and comes down. This is going to be one of our last best years. Yay! So goody. On that though, with the Shelton, Washington weather, plague, rat, and spider report, I'm having to clear my throat and such because of the whole situation, which I'll talk about. But for the weather, it is warm, cool. It is warmish during the day, kind of cool in the evening. Not so cool that I have to wear a coat. I went out with a thinner shirt than this last night for walkies at almost 9 o'clock, and I was fine. So it's not hot, but it's warm, and it is dry, dry, dry. The air is super dry. I went walkies last night. The night before, when I went walkies, the air was choked with so much smoke it felt like I'd been breathing sandpaper when I got back. Last night, when I got back, my chest hurt because of all the junk in the air. And as stated, I'm going to be clearing my throat and coughing a lot because the air is still choked with smoke outside. It hasn't just magically cleared up. It's still bad. The west coast of the U.S. is still on fire. We're lucky. We're in the area I'm at. It's not so close that we can see flames. It's not so close that the sky is orange. It's got a gray, orangish tint just because of the junk in it. But it's not an orangish tint because the flames are so close. So my sympathies and best wishes to absolutely everybody that's in the situation or worse, like in Oregon where people have been losing everything. As for the rest of it, plague rat report, we all know what the plague rats are doing. You see them in your hometowns. You see them on the news. We're going to be a permanent plague state in the United States. We're not just going to be opened up for the rest of the world for travel because we're never going to be able to get rid of this. Thumbs up. But past that though, spider report downstairs in the bathroom, still no new spiders that I can see. And then up here, a lot of the corner spiders, they're not here now, so I can't see them, but they're here. Because yesterday, I have a boom microphone, and my microphone is always right here, so I just turn it on when I need to record. I don't have to move it into place. I game at my recording studio. So I was just looking down, and there was it wasn't quite a tiny baby. No, it had a tiny body, and its legs broadened out, so it was like that big, but it was a little tiny thing, so it was like a a little jellyfish. You know, it wasn't big enough to be threatening, and it wasn't small enough to be really cute. It was right in the middle where it was getting there, but it was making a little web on the boom mic, and so I got something and I moved it out of there because, hey, you know, I work here. So, spiders. But the garden spider, the one that I can still see, she's still in an orb right over there. And the other spider is still there protecting her egg sac. Hopefully it's going to hatch. I mean, it's weird that I'm actually glad that there's going to be hatching egg sacs in my office here. So, thumbs up on that. Ooh, itchy nose. But past that, it's just been survival and living, which ties into something I wanted to talk about because it really kind of bothers me in a way, because I'm not quite sure that it's really good, but I don't think it's really bad, but I'm not sure. I have had difficulties these past couple days with motivation about doing things. Now, when I say doing things, I don't just mean things, because I'm still doing things. But normally, if I'm feeling a little demotivated about recording a game Let's Play for the channel here, all I have to do is get started, and the process of getting ready and getting software going, and then putting on my headphone things, the earbuds, and then getting ready to play, all of that is gone. And when it starts up and I'm ready to record, I'm ready to record. I'm motivated. I'm ready to go. That hasn't been happening. Yesterday, one of the major reasons that I did that song mutilation, and I'll come back to that as well, was because I just was not feeling anything at all. It was afternoon, when normally I start recording around 10, that I'm finally pushing myself to go, maybe I can do this? And no, I just did not care. I did not want to do it. I was absolutely demotivated. Just could not find the caring to do it. And so finally just went, you know, I have been thinking on and working on this silly song mutilation thing. Maybe let's get it done today, right now, and do that instead. And so I did. But that demotivation thing both bothers me and doesn't bother me. Because I've mentioned before how I used to do way back when my channel was first, like in its first year, 2 years, I would do sometimes 8 videos in a 24-hour period because I had to stay busy. Because if I wasn't busy, the darkness crept in and things got very bad very soon. So I had to stay busy. As I've been getting better through vlogging, as I've been getting better through going to therapy, I have felt less and less pressure to stay busy. I have put things together in my psyche enough that the darkness doesn't creep in as easily. And in fact, there's times it doesn't creep in at all. So, my motivation to stay busy so that the darkness doesn't creep in is gone. I don't have to, I mean, you always have to worry. You always have to do the work. Life is like a series of spinning plates on poles. You can't worry about all of them or none of them will spin. So you have to spend time making sure these ones are going, and then you go over to the ones that are starting to wobble, you fix those up, and then you go over to the next bunch and you fix those up, and then you keep moving it around. That's just, you do that with life, your social life, your work life. You're trying to play games, you're trying to juggle that with family, you're trying to juggle all this and that. You spend more time with one thing, less time with others, these things fall out of whack. So you go and you spend more time, and it's just that series of spinning plates. I don't have that great fear, but at the same time, I've got to keep things spinning and working. I kind of lost where I was in the story because of my whole brain, but hopefully because I got lost, I haven't lost so much. But I just haven't felt that urge to stay busy, to keep the darkness out. But I gotta make sure that I do things and keep all of my plates spinning, and boy, I wish I hadn't lost the point of what I was saying. My sincere apologies. But I don't know where I was going with that part, but I do know that I was talking about being demotivated, not doing this stuff, and being, I don't know if I'm worried or not worried, because yesterday, like I said, I did not play a single thing. Not at all. Ever. The entire day. All I did was watch videos, and then when I finally had to, went walkies to the store and came back, watched more videos, and then went to bed early, and then slept until 5 in the morning. So I slept, even though, you know, nasty air, but my sleep apnea machine has a filter on it, which I better change the filter with all the extra junk in the air now. So, but yeah, I'm worried about that and not worried, because I don't need to stay busy to keep the darkness out all the time. There will, of course, be times, but I also don't just want my channel to go without me doing a lot of work and attention on it. So I gotta keep motivated that way as well. That whole thing sort of fizzled out with no real climactic ending, didn't it? My sincere apologies. Thank you very much for everybody that listens. No, there's not always going to be a wonderful payoff to everything, and my sincere apologies to that. I am a human being with severe issues. My ADHD doesn't help. So, thumbs up for that. But I do have other things that I have that I wanted to talk about. One of them was the whole, it's bothered me, and I don't know how to really talk about it, but it's one of those whole, everybody talks about, and it's always in the culture thing, because the conservative talking point of criminals and who they mean when they talk about criminals, because amazingly they only show pictures of black people when they talk about criminals, and all that, and history is such a huge part of where we are now and why. Because you have to remember, once slavery had been abolished, there was still a need for free labor in the U.S. And when I say a need, I mean capitalism and all that. Was there an actual need? No. Was there made a need so that rich men could get richer? Yes. And so there has always been a need for prison labor. What is the best way to get prison labor? Is to criminalize normal activities that only a certain subset of people generally engage in. Now, this wasn't specifically made up. I mean, it was, but they didn't just go, okay, if you're black, then you're going to jail. No, it was all aimed at the poor. Poor whites got warnings. Poor white trash that went to jail a lot went to jail. But if you were black, oh, you went to prison and you were never a free man or woman again. And they criminalize things like walking on railroad tracks. Now, when you're poor, what's the best way and only way you can really travel? Walk. There weren't a lot of roads, actual roads back then. So a lot of stuff was done by train. So you could struggle through the woods to travel. Or you could walk on the railroad tracks where there's nothing and no one. If you were a white person, you got a warning. If you were white trash, you'd maybe spend a day or two in jail. But if you were black, you never saw the light of day as a free man again. And when every part of your life is criminalized, and then people who want to push you down use that as a talking point, yeah, that's going to be oh look, these people are bad, they're criminals. They've always historically been criminals. When you criminalize the color of someone's skin, of course they're going to be criminals. Good Lord. So that's special, and it's just something that, yeah, I don't know what to do about it, and I am giving a just criminally short and abbreviated view of it. So, and then of course I don't just want to come off as a I can't even think of the word, but you know, it's the person who's thinks they know more than they do, and so is trying to explain to people things they already know, but explaining it in a way that shows that they have no understanding of what they're talking about. And there's a word for that. And I can't remember what the word is, so that's fun. Anyway, though, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left a comment. I'm not reading the comments, I'm just thanking you for having left one. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count in American Sign Language, well, you've already seen how my memory works. So, let me call it McCrone. We have Loser Audrey 82. Oh, I bet you're not a loser. Polo Rat, thank you very, very much. And then there's Tiago Resco, thank you. Confused Owl 29. Demonzi with threes and other things in there. Oh boy, you know, there's no answer to what your question. Nicholas Edwards, thumbs up. The Jesse HDZ, thank you very much. Russian Timing, greatly appreciated. Good to see you in the comments. Elderwolf 569, by gum and by golly. Tommy Copeland, greatly appreciated. Nico Bands, thumbs up. We have Sophia Shalayagova. Oh, I hope I'm close. Thank you very much. Colin Reisner, thumbs up. Andrew Serrato, greatly appreciated. Tommy Nelson, thumbs up. Saul Bentley, thumbs up and thank you. We have, oh, bloody chrome. Jessica R, thumbs up and thank you. We have Love Karomi, which I'm hoping is a real thing, but I have a feeling is probably one of those people I gotta scrub. There's so much spam. And Sebastian Ferris, and if you're not spam, my apologies, but if you are, then you wouldn't be offended. And then there, well, I already said Sebastian Ferris, right? Thank you. Oh, my brain this morning. We have Suicide Chris, thumbs up. Coco's 89891, thumbs up and thank you. We have Campaign, thumbs up and thank you. Dustin Lewitt, thank you very much. Hold My Beer, thank you very, very much. And Emo Angel Singer, thumbs up and thank you. Each and every one of you. Oh, itchy upper lip. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that is greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, let's see, did I do the whole, if you could subscribe to my, no, not subscribe, but I'm lost again. So if you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign, which I have to fix up again and make a new one, or become a patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. I would understand if you see, I'm all messed up. Thumbs up for that. If you would like to help me out, but you did not want to donate to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link, and if you'd like to help me out without donating money at all, I have an Amazon wish list link as well, with things like hamster food, hamster, hamster food, cat food, hamster bedding. That would be awesome if you could help me out. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. Then comes the toss me a like part, and then hopefully I've put that whole subscribe thing in the beginning. I hope that's not too intrusive. I actually don't want it to be, but they have shown, and it keeps showing, that if you put in the beginning a call to action, say please subscribe, it actually works. So hopefully it's not intrusive. I'm trying to make it as amusing as possible. So you take care, as I bonk into my pop shield there. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. So wear a mask, please. Practice your social distancing. Practice your self-care. Hokey smokes. This is bad times for everyone. And of course, Black Lives Matter and justice for everyone, that the jackbooted, brown-shirted fascist thugs keep brutalizing and murdering.